Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a corporate report, so full of twists you'll think it was written by a novelist instead of an accountant. It's OS Therapy's latest quarterly filing, and while it might look like just numbers and legal jargon, there's a real story about cash-preferred stock and what it takes to fight cancer and stay afloat. This report's all about a company burning through cash, shifting assets, and trying to convince investors that they're still on the right track. Is it a turnaround story in the making, or a financial tightrope walk? Stick around, because we're decoding it all, and if you want to talk about it with other finance nerds, be sure to join our Discord server, link in description. OS Therapies is a company focusing on treatments for osteosarcoma, a type of bone cancer and other related diseases. It has one ongoing clinical trial. Now let's get straight to the financials. First up, let's check the cash. As of March, they had about $3 million in cash. Not bad, right? But hold on, if we compare this to December when they had roughly $5.5 million, we see they burned a lot of money really fast. Speaking of money going out, look at their accounts payable, which are the bills they need to pay in short order. It sits at roughly $1.6 million. A slight decrease from $1.7 million last year. At first, things might seem stable. The reality is that if accounts payable don't grow and revenue didn't either, then it is a big deal. It means that they are running less operations overall. Let's dig into those operating expenses, which are the costs of running the business day to day. Research and development expenses are where things get interesting. They spent about $1.3 million in the most recent quarter, way up from the previous year of $361K, and it's good that they are increasing that. They have also hired more key employees, which means their overall plan will develop too. Now let's talk about the bottom line, the net loss. They lost roughly $3.9 million to 3 months, as opposed to $1.5 million last year. But also keep in mind that most of this loss, a little over $1 million, came from the change in value of their warrant liability, which doesn't mean anything cash-wise. And it also means that despite those losses, their cash is at $3 million. Let me explain that with one of their sections. They literally raised a lot of capital during the year. About $1 million came from the sale of stock. They do have something really interesting here. They have to pay $375K in preferred dividends, which may mean that the company has to pay its investors instead of reinvesting the money into more company development. Related party transactions is something everyone should pay extra attention to. The company still owes about $23K to its CEO. It also gets repaid really quickly. It's almost as if the CEO is running a quick in and out kind of loan. Why does this happen? This is a huge red flag. Commitments and contingencies are what you would call the what is to come for the company, and this one is no different. Here it is mentioned that they made a $50K deposit to Ayala Pharmaceuticals Inc. in anticipation of buying out the current licensing agreement in April 2025. The reality is that most big pharma companies work like this, licensing key research and paying royalties on any product that eventually comes. Here is an interesting move. We have temporarily moved our primary office to 115 Pullman Crossing Road, suite number 823, in Graysonville, Maryland to 1638, and is being provided rent-free. This may show something bad is coming. You should pay extra attention to these sections. It might seem like accounting jargon, but the numbers here are actually what a company is actually worth. Here I see that the warrants can be worth about $2 million. It's always something to take note of, as those might get diluted over time. Companies need to adapt to survive, and that means financial rules might change from time to time too. These changes might actually impact the financial performance too. Here we have everything that happened after the reporting ended. It is mentioned that they made an acquisition here. As you can imagine, for this stage companies, it is often what happens that leads to most long-term success of failure. Here we can see just how many shares it took to acquire the other company, roughly 4 million shares. The question becomes, will it be worth it? So, what's my take on OS Therapies? It's a mixed bag, to be honest. There's so much hope in this report, due to the nature of cancer treatments, and if the company is able to raise more funds in the long term, it can succeed. There are reasons to be concerned. Spending big on the development indicates a belief in their pipeline, but if it is too early, then they might collapse. So, as far as I see it, the company's success lies heavily on those trials. If they stumble, things could get really tight. If they actually get the key trials through, then things may be very good in the future. Alright, that's our breakdown of OS Therapy's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.